Did you know that in the medieval period, people believed that bathing was a dangerous activity? Yes, you heard that right. The noblemen and women of the time thought that water was a breeding ground for diseases, so instead of a refreshing dip, they opted for a good old rub down with a cloth. Who needs hygiene when you can have a delightful layer of grime? It's like wearing a badge of honor, or perhaps a shield against the plague. And speaking of the plague, let's talk about the miasma theory. Did you know that people thought bad smells were the cause of diseases? That's right. If you caught a cold, it was probably because you inhaled the foul stench of a rotting fish or a particularly pungent cheese. So what did they do? They carried around posies of flowers or even pieces of fruit to ward off the evil vapors. Nothing says, "I'm healthy," like a bouquet of daisies in your pocket. Now, let's dive into the world of medieval medicine. Did you know that doctors often prescribed leeches as a cure-all? Yes, those slimy little creatures were considered the ultimate remedy for everything from headaches to the plague. Imagine walking into a doctor's office and being greeted by a jar of leeches. Ah, yes, you have a headache? Let's just suck out some of your blood and see how you feel. Talk about a unique approach to healthcare. And if you thought that was bizarre, wait until you hear about the medieval practice of trial by ordeal. Did you know that if you were accused of a crime, you might have to undergo a test to prove your innocence? This could involve carrying a red-hot iron or being thrown into a river. If you floated, you were guilty. And if you sank, well, congratulations, you were innocent, at least until you drowned. It's a win-win situation, really. Now, let's not forget about the fashion of the time. Did you know that the medieval elite wore clothes made from the fur of animals like beavers and otters? But here's the kicker. They often wore these furs while the animals were still alive. Yes, nothing screams fashion statement like a beaver strapped to your back. Who needs faux fur when you can have the real deal, right? And let's talk about the concept of courtly love. Did you know that knights would often engage in elaborate rituals to woo their ladies? This included writing poetry, singing songs, and even performing daring feats of bravery. But here's the twist. These knights were often in love with women who were already married. Nothing says romance like pining after someone who's completely unavailable. From bizarre medical practices to questionable hygiene habits, it's a wonder we made it to the modern age. But hey, at least we have some entertaining stories to tell.